Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome back to my Riftborn playthrough slash tutorial, and today war is going to happen, I was about to say, but then I realized I'm already at war, and this is actually quite an important thing because I was very close to making maybe not a mistake but doing something I could have possibly regretted. So last time, if we remember, that Empire decided to be so nice and spend their influence to declare war on me. I didn't even know where they are, but now I see them. There is it. That's Dorado right there. It's clearly visible. Go away. And if I... Okay, that's... Oh wow, okay, well, my scout ships apparently are very fast. I mean, I designed them, but that's kind of surprising nevertheless to see that. Either way, I discovered, well, the enemy homeworld. That's... really good to know, because I can just go in and take it, and they don't even have much in the way of defending it, do they? They are using the same strategy that I am, however, and my ships are mostly prepared to fight kinetics rather than lasers, but that's not the biggest problem necessarily. I can stay at long range and I still have plenty of lasers, and once they start using beams, I'll have beams as well, so it's not going to be a slaughter by any chance. They do probably have a better idea when it comes to countering what I specifically have, but nevertheless, that's a tiny fleet right there. They need way more than that to stop me, so I should probably go for them. The reason why I want to go for them instead of for the Horatio is because in order to attack Horatio, I would actually have to pay influence. Not that much, but a little bit too much, because what I really wanted for a long time now was this system, Muses, because it has the pilgrims who love religious party. And obviously I want the religious party to win the election, and guess what? I can assimilate them instead. I lost this side quest, but that's fine, I don't really care about that. And Zoltan attacked my scout ship, which, well, I guess I lost. That's okay, I don't particularly care about that, but important thing is that now the pilgrims are mine. That's amazing and good news. So, first and foremost, I want those pilgrims, and I wanted to start doing amazing work in my empire. So I'm going to lower them up ASAP. And I sold all my trees, didn't I? Hindsight, right? Oh well, I just need to wait one turn before I make it. I guess in the meantime I can erect some other critical improvements that they don't have for some reason. And predictable logistics, wow, that would take you a long time, wouldn't it? Well, I just keep working on what you're working on right now, and I guess I can give you Spin Project just to have you support the religious party even more than you already are. But it's going to take forever. Holy balls, you are awful when it comes to production. Just awful. I mean, it is understandable, but it's still ridiculous at the same time. Now I do want Spin Project instead of Evolve Surge just to boost their support of the religious party, because right now, as you can see, they kind of love militarists, which is kind of annoying, and I don't want it to be this case. So let's make sure they come around, that they understand that religion is the path to victory. Gemini, dear Gemini, what do you want to do with you? Well, I want to move this Riftborn population most likely, although that is going to cost me some dust, and I'm actually in the negatives right now. It's not a very big problem, I will deal with that in a moment, but I don't want to be losing this much dust, so let's just have this guy... Oh wow, that's still pretty bad. The Riftborn system, Pilgrim system is actually a pretty big drain on my economy, isn't it? That's fine, I can deal with that, because on my home system I'm going to make the Tower of Temporal Paradox, which is going to solve all of my dust problems really quickly. So that's going to be rather nice. In the meantime, Gemini, just give me more science, I suppose. Because science is fun, science is good, and science is useful. Also, actually, before you do that... No, science first and foremost... no. First and foremost, you should give me... I mean, that's a really good improvement to science on this small system. So, let's... but the machine embodiment is machine embodiment, so let's just brush that. Oh well. I'm very indecisive, I am fully aware of that. That's fine, I suppose. This makes my videos unpredictable. So yeah, let's go with that. Are there any strategic resources in Faitas? There is Antamare, which I should start preparing to gather, but I can't gather it right now, so what I'm going to grab instead is probably science per anomalies. How many anomalies do you have? 1. In the future, maybe 2 if I decide to grab the monsoon plant, but 1 is not that great. But it's still a pretty good bonus. You have to admit. So yeah, I want to have some extra science. Sure, why not? Also, playtest, you should be happier than you are. Oh yeah, but you are horribly overcrowded, aren't you? So yeah, I guess there isn't much I can do about that now. Oh well, that's acceptable, I suppose. Alright. I might need to start shipping population to some kind of garbage system like Centaurus. And make that the place where my garbage population lives, and start shipping pilgrims to other systems. That's probably what I'm going to do. So, with that in mind, I will wait 110 for another episodes to grow, and then I'll ship 3 of them at once to maximize the efficiency. Also, you can start working on... Oh, I suppose I will probably need the miners' union sooner or later, so let's just start working on that, and afterwards... I won't need happiness. I could potentially need some extra population, but that won't be doable once I'm maxed out on the system, so for the time being just start working on... Wait, I need a fleet! I need another fleet, because even if I attack the United Empire, Horatio will probably strike as well. Probably fairly quickly, too, so yeah, I certainly need to start working on killing those bastards, so let's do just that. Also, I'm running out of Hyperion real quick, so I need to create a budget ship sooner or later, but that's certainly doable. Alright then, gamma absorption please, I do want some extra antimatter. Now, of course, there's another tempting possibility, that is cultural and vertex. First of all, in the event the religious party does not win the election, the culture and shock will allow me to deal with the current approval crisis, because this is, in my book, a crisis. I want my people to be at least happy. So that's one positive thing. Besides, even in the long run, it might help some of my systems be actually ecstatic rather than just happy. So that's good. Additionally, cultural in Vertex is a religious piece of technology, which means that just by grabbing it, I support the religious party, which I would be very happy about, but I'm pretty sure I'm already supporting the religious party by technology anyway, at least somewhat. Technology, yep, for another 8 turns, so I have time to grab that. And I really want to start grabbing the antimatter as quickly as possible, because then I could make a switch to advanced gaming fury, and this way I can split between Hyperion and antimatter weapons, which I believe is kind of important. Because I'm running thin on the Hyperion, aren't I? Alrighty, religious have very few people supporting it, but I can deal with that hopefully on the next turn. And let's see, Udio says, well, I was planning to murder people, but I think I want to murder those people more. That is a very long way to get there, though. So I can just have those guys hang around in here, or I can have them move to Altair. For now, you have no movement, so just wait. If the Horatio declare war on me, that would be absolutely ideal. And by staying here, I'm annoying them, so that's good. Also, if I enact the religious party into power, I will not need to spend influence to declare war on them to attack them, which would be lovely. Also, those guys are scary, but I'm glad I'm not on their bad side. And actually, I said they are scary. They're not as scary as I thought they are. And also, a lot of people are using beams, but they actually are using a mix of missiles and beams, which is actually scary. What do you... Oh, come on. Why does everybody love food in this galaxy? Or approval. I mean, I suppose they like science too, but they're scientists. That's also not ideal. I hate the minor factions in this galaxy generation, but whatever. I think I'm done on this stand though, however, I don't think there's anything else I need to do. So it's just... wait, Altair, of course. I always forget about Altair because it's so easy to forget about the system, isn't it? Alright, let's move you over to Toxic Plant, perhaps? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, there's no reason not to. Or I can move you over here to the other planet for extra science. And prepare the Spin project again to boost the religious approval, of course. And since I will be probably making more population appear in there. And afterwards, I mean, I can spend some extra Hyperion on the Garden Shooter laboratories. I maybe even have to do that. But I'm kind of afraid still that I will lose the system, which would not be ideal. Let's just keep working on even more population. Let's just max out the system with Riftborn people. That will make the system amazing in the long run, I suppose. Anywho, there is one... yeah, I know you need orders. I told you to not have any orders, and you should just be satisfied with that. So let's go ahead and end the turn, and I just realized I have nothing to drink, which is annoying. I discovered the Academy in the Link system. It has a barrier on it, so I might actually grab it, but is that... that's an okay amount of resource. Oh, that's nice. So the Horatio threatened me, but I can just declare war on them for free now. Which is amazing. That's exactly what I wanted. Also, preserve the Academy. Do I have to? I mean, The Hyperion is tempting. Influence is also kind of tempting. I'll see what I can do about it. Right now my fleets are kind of busy, so maybe not. We'll see. Immigrant community is forming because they have the pilgrims, that's nice. Those guys are hostile because of what exactly? Oh, because I ignored something that it sent to me earlier. That's fine, I don't really care about that. Religious party... Well, it looks like industrialists are actually losing support, and obviously militarists are gaining it because militarists. I'm afraid that after this stand they also have a lot of support everywhere. Anywho, yep, let's make sure that this is war, but before I do that, let's make sure that every system is ready for that. And Muses, do you really have to be besieged? I'd rather you not be besieged, to be entirely honest with you. Seriously, I would rather not. Anywho, I will have more than enough dust to... Will I though? Yeah, I will have more than enough. That's good, because I'm losing quite a bit. Anywho, Dust Windfall is cute and all, but I do want the Minimum License Act to be actually, you know, enacted. So let's go ahead and have this tent on, because I can afford it, and I don't know why the game suddenly thought that I can't. But it does happen in endless space. I wanted to say legend for a second. So I'm not too surprised, it's just a minor inconvenience. Anywho, got me some population, that's really nice. So let's have you guys work on the Spin project, again for the obvious reason. And start working on, first of all, the basic amount of... No, wait, first of all you need to work on basic amount of industry, I think. So Interplanetary Transport Network will do. And I'll start shipping garbage population over to that system, because I can now start reproducing the pilgrims. And this system is not that important anyway. Is this the system where I want to reproduce pilgrims, or do I want to... Wait, where do I have to Horatian Telef as well? I do, don't I? I can have Horatian Temos, just keep growing over there, that's fine. Telefy is an amazing system that I don't want to, you know, have corrupted by Horatius. So let's ship those guys over to Centaurus, nice and easy. This is going to also help Centaurus actually grow in a decent period of time, instead of waiting forever for everything, which would be annoying. Nair is growing slowly because it ran out of its thingamajig, and it's also maxed out in this population, which is not ideal, but I suppose there isn't much that can be done about that, so just keep working for the time being on what you are already doing. Are we about ready? I think we are, so let's go ahead and have them declare war on us, because I am suddenly going to refuse this demand. And, well, attack them, because this is now war, even though there isn't this ominous music playing. So, let's go into advanced mode, shall we, and see what the enemy is rocking exactly. Alright, still maximum on... whatchamacallit. Seriously, what's this called? Projectile damage and no energy for them, and they obviously like long range, that was to be expected, but I have way more powerful fleets, so that's good. So how will I set this up? Obviously I want Turtle in order to increase the amount of hull plating, because this is amazing at countering missiles, so I certainly want that. What do I want next? Well, let's see, I need my middle lane to be the most powerful, or tanky at the very least. Actually just well-rounded, so I want it to be like that. Now, the top lane usually should be the most tanky, and the bottom lane should be the most damagey. So I have my hero and a damaging ship on the bottom lane, so that they can fire onto the bottom lane and beyond. And this guy, well, I didn't care about him, he's just going to be sacrificed in the top lane. Now, top lane should be the most tanky, and by throwing this guy over there, I know for a fact that I'm going to lose him, but that's fine. His only purpose is to prevent the enemy from gaining a bonus for having the flotilla advantage. Also, this situation tells me that I desperately need to obviously research more command points in fleet, because I need to have more ships to redistribute them better. Right now, I can only semi-efficiently have my ships in 2 sections rather than 3, which is a bit of a problem. Not a big problem, mind you, I still have massively more powerful ships, but a bit of a problem. So let's go ahead and watch this battle, and well, looks like the enemy had a similar idea to what I have, which is somewhat surprising, but then again, they are using post-op analysis, so that does also make sense that they would go this way, since they have close-range weapons. Alrighty then. Ooh, ice cubes. Those aren't ice cubes. I mean, I guess you could call them... I mean, they're not cubes, are they? Whatever. Anyway, it's now time to I wanted to say that it's time to fight, so I'm going to drink something, and then I realized for the nth time during this playthrough, or rather video, that I didn't make myself anything to drink. Which is excruciating, let me tell you. Anywho, let's hope this battle is good, and I really like the way the Croatian ships look on this battle, but ouch! I don't think they're doing too well for themselves. I think they're being carved to pieces. I wish that the camera would focus a little bit more on the carnage that my ships are causing. It looks like my ship isn't doing too hot, but I mean the upper lane ship that isn't doing too hot. And my hero ship is actually... Oh yeah, it doesn't have any shooting beyond the shooting that my fleet gives him. I mean, that's fine. Because the enemy's action is missiles. What was I thinking about? I don't know. Anywho, yeah, the enemy, I'm not really concerned about the enemy because they are falling like flies. I wish the auto camera would focus a little bit more on my ships as opposed to I don't know what, and not on this ship, on my... Actually, this is the right ship, never mind. I sometimes am confused when looking at my damagey ships. Either way, those are certainly not the best shots that the auto camera could have given us, but it showcases the immense power of the Riftborn fleet. Those were just 3 ships. Sure, I wasn't even counting actually the enemy all that much, really, was I? I mean, I was kind of, I have to admit, but nevertheless, those ships are extremely powerful, and the amount of damage they dish out is ridiculous. And yeah, in comparison, I took no damage. Look at this, and look at the beam weapons. The fact that they can now find middle range is huge. This seriously brings them back into this game, and it's great. Anywho, the enemy is dead, and I'm going to beg for mercy in a few turns, because that's what the AI does. Let's guard the system. I cannot take it out instantly, there's no way, the enemy has too many defenses, I'm pretty sure. But I'll do it just to weaken it, and I'll attack again later by bringing in some extra ships in, I think. This is just going to save me sometimes, because I do want to take over Menace and as many other systems as possible, just to increase my economy, because I am expecting the religious party to win. Or rather hoping for that. Let's play the bomb. I'm not trying to take over the system just yet, I'm trying to weaken it, so preemptive bombing it is. Minor victory, I lost a lot of my soldiers, but the enemy also lost a lot of staff as well. No population infrastructure destroyed. That's a rare sight to see, but that's fine by me. Let's go ahead and retreat for the time being. And, alright, well, those guys are angry. I seriously don't care. Also, my hero leveled up. That's probably something I should do something about. So, dear sir, you have 2 level ups. That's amazing. I want more movement, although... Oh yeah, that's this here. I was confusing him with somebody else. Yeah, extra movement because that's amazing. This is going to make your fleets not actually awful moving around, which is very useful. Also gives him more probes, but I didn't equip him with any probes, did I? I think... I mean, I was about to say that he fell really too quickly to my liking, but then again, the enemy really focused on the ship hard, and it fulfilled its task, didn't it? He was able to soak up quite a bit of damage as well. I think all the modules are on point as well. I don't think there's any problem. Like, I could potentially replace the Hyperion engine with the Nano Paybots module, but I think, honestly, it's better to have the Hyperion engine just for the extra ship evasion, so never mind about that. And... you guys are actually terrifying right now. Usually Cravens are a laughingstock in single-player games. But those guys saw how much to get their ball rolling, and they're ultra terrifying, and they might matter everything. That would not be ideal. So, what else do I have to do this turn? Probably not much, by which I mean probably nothing whatsoever. I can queue up another no, I cannot. Right. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Also, there's a random bit of lag right now. Do you see that? Yeah, you definitely do, because... Wow! We just went 15 FPS on the business. And it's still really low. I don't know what's up with that. I'll have to restart the game because that's... I mean, recording. Oh wait, we're back to 60. No, we're back to 50. Alright, I'll pause and restart because this frame rate is really random right now. Alright, is this better? Looks like it is. I think we have a more or less stable frame rate. So let's try and end in the 10. Actually, do I have enough money? I do have enough money, right. And see the elections. So, release party, of course, and strong arm lobbying. Very strong penalty to everybody. This might make them reach the government. I really hope it will. I hope they will also gain enough support to actually become entrenched rather than established. That would be really nice. I really want the Citizens Bill ASAP. So, let's keep our fingers crossed and see what happens. And, oh! I already did it! That's fine, I'm entirely okay with this result. Right now I'm mostly, you know... Well, I guess the struggle of lobbying pays for itself, does it? And of course, randomly again, I don't know why this happens, the pilgrims vote for the militarists even though they are pilgrims. I guess that's because I hate pilgrims to their bones, and maybe they just are aware of that and are trying to be annoying. Wait, are they beating industrialists? Please don't tell me they beat industrialists. They beat industrialists! Pilgrims! I hate them so much. Oh. Alright, okay, I mean, I could lie that it's okay for this to happen, but it's really not. I really needed the extra resource gathering thingy. Oh man, this is ridiculous. And all because I decided to trust my arch nemesis, the Pilgrims. The only Endless Space faction that managed to beat me on Endless on the camera. I should have known better. Oh well. Once my arch nemesis, always my arch nemesis. Well, I kind of want to exterminate the entire population, but that's not really something you can do easily in Endless Space 2 anyway. You can do it, it is doable, it's just way too much of a hassle. Besides, all jokes aside, as much as I hate them, I do need the Pilgrims. Also, cooperative quest, build the academy. I mean, I'm well on my way to making this happen actually, because I do like the manufacturing population, and that's basically the backbone of my entire empire. So yeah, I think I might grab some kind of reward, and this antimatter would be amazing. So let's try to work on that. In memory of somebody. There's the quest, you can read that, and obviously we're going to honor because religious party for the win. I'm fine with losing a bit of dust. Although that dust losing, I'll have to do something about it, but I'm pretty sure I can deal with that. In fact, I mean, I could ensure that I really can deal with that before honoring, but you know what, it's gonna be fine. So let's do just that. Those guys are angry, they'll repeat the same message every time, which is going to be annoying, but we cannot really do much about that, sadly. Let's move our ships everywhere we can. Now, I really... Okay, so this is the annoying part. Okay, that's good. I'm going to kill some of the population for free, that's nice. But I really need to kill those guys. But I cannot move my main fleet, that's the annoying part. So I'm going to keep those guys here to continue with the siege, because if I break off the siege, then the enemy is going to start replenishing, and that's going to be annoying. So that's that. Alright, I have Righteous Fury, that's lovely, I don't really care about that. Okay, abolish the law, because I need the money now. And go for the Saints and Sinners build because it's amazing. It costs me a lot of influence, but I have way more than enough. And then followed up with, let's see. Admit and improve would be amazing. Like, seriously amazing, but I might have to think about things like peace, sustain, prosperity initiative, because this will fix my dust problems. Or punishment, no. Now I need the speed, I cannot enact that, I need the pilgrims to grow. So not that. I think I'm going to go for super tax act for a 10 or 2 and then turn into maybe Cram exam? Maybe Cram exam. Oh, actually, you know what? Mandatory confession is probably going to be a better idea. Anyway, for the time being, this, I need the dust, and now I'm losing 4 dust. Still in the negatives though, which is quite something, but whatever, my people are happy. Oh, this is so satisfying. I rule the minds of my empire. The minds of my empire? That doesn't sound right. The minds of my populace. That also didn't sound right because of my accent right there. Or rather pronunciation rather than accent. Whatever. What I'm trying to say is... I don't know what I'm trying to say actually, so let's just keep moving. Nair, are you ever going to make the tower the proper... Oh yeah. Because the industrialist party is in the lead and because their laws have been scrapped, this now takes even longer to make. Oh, that's annoying. What can I do about that? Well, Gemini... No, not Gemini. I need to pick a system I don't really care about. Centaurus is one, but no. Altair is more of a one. And yeah, for the time being, -4 dust, it's going to be fine. I'm going to deal with that at a later date, I suppose. Right now I don't have to worry about that. I wanted to earn enough money to actually start the, you know what? The... What's it called, like, Singularity? I'm sorry, it's still not in the best shape, unfortunately, but I'm trying to be as good as possible, and today I'm actually feeling a lot better than last time, so I'm certainly trying to make a good use out of this. Anyway, I can sell something, I don't know what yet, for dust. Maybe this will be enough to afford me a Singularity. In fact, I have so much titanium that I'm not... Oh, no, I don't want to sell everything, but I'm not using a lot of titanium, so I can sell it for... Yeah, I think I should sell it. Let's make it nice and even. Let's say 59 titanium. Nobody's buying it anyway. I mean, there isn't a lot of titanium to buy, but the price is increasing. You know what? I think I'm going to sell even more. Like this amount, that's a lot of money I could get. A lot of money, and I don't need this titanium that badly, and I have a ridiculously good income as well. In fact, I'm tempted to sell even more. Leave myself just 50 of it. And that's 7,000 dust. That is really a lot of dust. Let's do this. I'm going to crush the price for titanium. I don't care. I just earned a ton by selling that. And I'm entirely fine with that. Now, I could buy some extra stuff from the marketplace. There's too little quadrinicus and orichalcus for me to really be bothered by this idea. And I don't really need other things either. Leeches and carriers are a demand. That's a random demand to have. And a very specific one as well. But whatever, I'm not gonna judge. I'm not going to buy anything, I don't think. There isn't really a reason to do that. I can buy out a ship for 6,000, or I could also not do that. Instead, what I'm going to do is prepare a bunch of singularities. And I think I'm going to... Now, Altair can have this. You know what? You're going to make this improvement much faster once the Horatio arrives, so just make a bunch of singularities, please. By a bunch, apparently I only need 2 because I spent all my titanium, but that's fine. I wouldn't be able to make them all at once anyway. Fighters, 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 please make me more ships. Now I can enact a law that will make them cheaper and faster to produce, but I need the other laws to be enacted right now. Actually, I probably don't need the Super Tax Act anymore, but whatever. What's done is done now. Okay, anything else I can do? Not really. The enemy is about to start besieging Altair. That's going to be fine-ish. Let's end the turn. I really want to drink. I have no idea how much. I think it's partially, or even maybe mostly, due to the calls. Due to the fact that I don't have anything to drink over here. If I had a drink, you know what, never mind. If this was tea, I'd probably drink it anyway, every opportunity I'd have, because I know me and my tea. I just love drinking it. Anyway, oh yeah, they are attacking Altair, and I'll have to sack population to defend it. Oh, that's a problem. That's a pretty big problem. I can throw away Altair. I can technically surrender. That would save the population, and this population is kind of expensive as well. So I'm going to... that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tactically surrender Altair, and then I'm going to grab it back, because I don't want my population to be lost by conscripting. Sure, by conscripting I can ensure that I never lose this system. But... no, let's not do that. It's fine. It's not a very useful system. Oh, wait, it does have a lot of dust, doesn't it? It's giving me... oh yeah, only 1 dust because it's besieged, right. So I can throw it away. And let the enemy build it up as well. The problem is they will ship a lot of Croatian into it, which I really don't like. But that's fine, I'll deal with the Croatian scam later. Tactical surrender. I'm not even gonna fight them. You can have the system, I'll take it back later. Alright, so now that this is done, let's go ahead and move my stuff around as I normally do. A system is besieged over here, which is a major annoyance, but whatevs. In fact, I need to deal with this guy because he's got weapons, he can actually kill my... you know what ships? Civilian ships. So what I'm going to do is design a little dude that is going to kill this other dude. So you dear sir, you're going to have 1 engine, a really good weapon, and you're gonna kill the other guy. Oh yeah, you did have spot for room for any defenses. Well, that's still going to be good enough. In fact, you know what? You don't need those kind of weapons. I don't want to waste Hyperion on you. Missiles? Yeah, let's go for missiles. Missiles will be good. Apply the design, nice and easy. And make this guy on tail if I think. He should be extremely cheap to construct. Yep. I'll just make one real quick and have him chase away the other guy, because he is being annoying. As for you, let's just work on compression singularities. I have more of those. And let's ship Horatio. Now, let's keep the Horatio in here to grow the system faster. It's kind of important, actually. Veritas, well, you do need to have some Epistis. I do want to have some Pilgrims reach the system as well, but right now there's no room for that anyway. Well, I suppose I do want to speed up the process of construction of the one tower on Nair, so let's do just that. Let's see, what else do we have? We have... Well, Culture and Vertex will still potentially be useful because I might be able to get some systems into being ecstatic. Plus, it gives me access to more laws. And I do want to have more laws in my empire. But what I need even more is the ability to gather Adamantium, because I'll need a lot of it. Also, I can go for Advanced Game Fury, but I don't think that's a priority right now, because I'm not even gathering all that much antimatter just yet. You just said, well, explore some curiosities, why not? Make the dudes love me a little bit more. I really don't care about this manufacturing, of course, but still, maybe I'll find someone next. Hyperium Analyzer. Nice! Shame it's a Hyperium module. Alright, what else? A life form and Adamantium. I was hoping for tier 3 resource, but that's whatever. Just keep exploring things around, and you're being attacked. Hopefully you can retreat. In fact, I'm sure you can, so that's going to be fine. Come on, mush, just retreat already. I don't think there's anything else to do anywhere else, so that's fine. It's annoying that I lost Altair, but again, that was calculated. I don't want to lose population. My population is too expensive to be thrown around and wasted on conscription. Later on, down the line, sure, but right now, no, let's not do that. Anywho, alright, make you leveled up, that's fine. I'll give you more production, because that's what you enjoy. In fact, no, I can now mine antimatter, so let's give you this ability, nice and easy. Also on the marketplace. Strategic prices... A 10 after I sold all my titanium. Seriously? Oh well. At least nobody's going to want to buy my titanium now, I suppose, because it's going to be way too expensive. Maybe. It's still pretty annoying, you have to admit. Alright, what else do I have here? I can increase the rate at which I gather antimatter. Or I can make even more ships, which is also kind of tempting. Let's see, what else can I do? Put on a bunch of other singularities, which I do want to do. On maybe Tailify. I need Tailify to grow a bit faster. Actually, you know what? I need Muses to grow faster because it has no production whatsoever. So let's fix that real quick. Give you a machine embodiment, independent transport network, and predictive logistics. Yeah, and before all of that, colonize the hot gas giant to make it act. Oh wait, that's going to be very hard to do. Let's do it in this order, and this should be fine, I suppose. Ish, fine-ish is a good word. And I'm going to move some of the pilgrims around, because now I actually am capable of doing that. So where do I want to move them? Well, somewhere where they can grow out of control, so to Tailify is probably where I want to send my first batch of pilgrims. So please do go over there. They're going to be marvelous at what they do. Later on I'll ship them to Nair Fighters. This will be a little bit challenging and tricky to make them actually present on Nair Fighters, but I should be able to do. What's most important is bringing them everywhere I can, not necessarily on those two systems, so I'm not necessarily in a rush or anything. Alright, you guard the system, I'm just going to send you over there, and you're going to guard Gemini to make sure that the system is protected. You just make some more population, nice and easy, and I do have a big plan, but I'm not really making a very good use out of it, am I? Then again, the system is pretty rad, but let's have it have more population first and foremost. You just says you still have a lot of Horatio, but I suppose that's fine. Have another colony. And have more Riftborn. In fact, wow, you actually have a surprising amount of production, but then again, I suppose that's kind of understandable. Some more influence, and yeah, I need science and I need influence, I think, at this point. Or rather more law, so I mostly need science right now. So as soon as I'm done with crust engineering, the next thing I'm gonna grab is going to most likely be, I mean, nothing really. I mean, do I have any moons? I haven't noticed too many moons, honestly, on my empire. But compact warp methods are still useful, and this gives me access to the next tier of Scientology, or whatever you want to call it, so that's fine. I really do want to increase the amount of command points I can have in my fleets, but right now my fleets are good-ish enough, so I'm not really concerned about that, to be entirely honest. There are other things I need to research, and they are of way bigger priority. Anyway, outpost 10 in the colony, that's lovely. Another hero is here, and that's an interesting choice. I'll think about that in a moment. And produce the most industry in the galaxy. This will be interesting. Can I win this quest? I don't particularly care. I actually kind of do. I don't care too much, but whatever. And oh, Cravers like me. Yeah, they probably. Yeah, they definitely. All right. Yep, I see why they like me. And. Oh, this is amusing. This is really amusing. They think they're winning because I gave them Altair. This is hilarious. Oh man, they're gonna be so surprised when I roll over them later. They really are. Anyway, let's grab more dust and the amazing bean counter skill, which is just flat out... never mind. I have a better skill. It's called Tech Carbs. I don't have... Well, it sports even a Senate, but I don't have this guy in a Senate right now. And I don't have anomalies in that system either. Let's just go for this for the time being and go for the other technology later. Anyway, what kind of hero do I want? Well, employing either of those is going to give a boost to their respective political parties. So, those two are Seekers, which makes them really good admirals. I might need an admiral, I might not. But a Counselor is somebody that I'll definitely need. So, I guess another religious hero is in stock, which is a shame because I like this guy. Look at him. It's pretty awesome. But no, I need a Counselor first and foremost. Although, I could have another Fleet Admiral. But I think I had... Wait a second. This fleet doesn't have 700 offensive firepower. It has. Oh, I guess I have to reassign him. That's fine. I'm going to do that in a moment. Anywho. I thought there was another quest that gave me a hero, right? Let me just check. But the Academy means a production. No, 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 no. No? Did I just imagine this? I may have imagined this whole thing. Probably did. In which case I could potentially have a good make a good use of another hero and have multiple fleets. But a Counselor is a Counselor. Especially a Riftborn Counselor. That's a pretty good thing to have, over all things considered. But you know what? No, I think I'm gonna go for one of those guys. Probably Unfallen. Because he lets my fleets regenerate, which is pretty good. That's probably what I'm going to go for. Of course, this is kind of... It doesn't really fit all that well, considering the fact that I'm kind of glass cannon-y. So maybe Scavenger is dead? No, I could of course use a Seeker to also be a Governor, but no, I want this guy to move around real fast, so... But Scavenger doesn't make much sense, really. Now, I'm gonna grab us an Unfallen... My apologies for the coughing. Unfallen Industrialist, I think that's the way to go. Alright, you look very interesting, I have to admit, but let's go ahead and give you the ability to move really quickly, because that's an amazing ability to have, nice and easy. And retrofit your ship as well, by giving you all the matter of goodies that you can potentially have, and making you absolutely awesome with everything. So a bunch of lasers, some armor and some, shielding as well, and healing. Antimatter Lenser to make people more likely to hit you because you are supposed to take the shots, and then the ability to dodge the shots as well, and this is going to make you a very good admiral. Now what I'm going to do is have my old here reassign to this fleet so I can complete the faction quest. So let's just do that real quick. Bam, I got Scrap Kings, that's going to be amazing. And now, again, you can pause the video and read the law for yourself if you so desire. It shouldn't be a very big problem. So, I have three options. I can evacuate, which gives me chassis optimization. Oh, so I think, alright, that's the point where if you pick something else, it doesn't necessarily give you all the options. I think. I have to say, I don't remember all that well. Anyway, Evacuate is one option. That's a really good one, actually. And I did go for it in the past. I would consider it to be a very good idea, but not in massive fluctuation, because ecologists are scary in terms of their power, and I want to limit them as much as possible. I probably want to go ahead and support the industrialists, but the problem is this is kind of a useless improvement. Now, it is easy for me to achieve this quest, but it is kind of a useless improvement, let's be entirely honest about that. And there's also cooperate, which, I mean, I think you see the problem with that. Now, integrated shells is kind of a jack of all trades as well. So, yeah, now it's going to be disobey, but it is not the best thing I could have possibly grabbed. Oh well, we're going to be nasty. So let's go ahead and just do that. This is actually a really mean thing to do. Like, me knowing the quest and whatnot, this is a really mean thing to do. So, alright. Well, you gotta stay on corals. I'm so sorry, but that's the only quest I can fulfill. Man, it feels so wrong. Anyway, let's have the new hero spawn on Nair. So create fleet, Nair, nice and easy. And have him join Menace to lead this fleet in combat. Go away! And there, bam, he's going to gun those guys. And you move over to Altair ASAP in order to reclaim it as quickly as possible, because that's rather important. And then I'll make even more ships to allow my ships to actually succeed in their, attack efforts. Anyway, let's see, Nair finished their Tower Temporal Paradox, that's nice, go for Microwave Pipes next, same with Faitas, and some more antimatter is going to be very useful. Centaurus, you're going to need to colonize another planet soon, most likely, and you need some extra spin products. Let's go for that first and foremost, because again, influence is nice, but then again, science is also really nice, so let's go for science, at least a little bit of science before colonizing. Do I want to speed this up? Nah, I don't, but I could, but I want to save... I want to save my info, my task, just in case I need it for something. Like, for instance, improving Freya, but I really don't need to. The system is only here to give me more, what's it called again? Adamantium, there we go. Oh, my brain. I might buy this thing out, so that this system doesn't take forever to actually, be brought up to speed. Otherwise, it's going to be a little bit annoying. Anything else I need to do? Most likely not, but actually most likely yes, but that doesn't really matter. Most things are more or less in order. You send out a probe and another probe to over there. I think we might find a system. In fact, I already found a system over there. That's a Craver system. That's a scary... Yeah, Cravers will be a tough cookie to crack. It's going to be fun. I think it will be my final enemy in this mode. Anyway, this video is long enough. It's actually one of the longer ones recently, so I'm going to end it right here. Ladies and gentlemen, it was PANCZASU, also known as the Mighty Mix Spammer. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.